What a thrill to be with a Hall of Famer, Marvin Harrison Sr. Now, this is the guy with 1,100 catches, 128 touchdowns, 14,580 yards. Did I get that right?
I lost track.
And now he's poured all of that into his son, Marvin Harrison Jr., who should have won the Blitnikoff last year. Just an editorial comment for you there.
Yep.
Have you seen him grow, and are you always kind of adding to his repertoire?
Of course. Yeah, I've seen him grow. Actually, when he was younger, we would, haven't missed a practice or a game. I used to film the games, and then when they were over on, Saturday nights or Sunday morning, we would watch it and just go over it very thoroughly with him at a young age.
How young?
I guess from whenever you can start playing. So 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. We was always just watching, just learn. So to this day, I think he's always remembered all these times when I've yelled at him. But I think it has paid off.
So he's been in the lab that long.
Oh yeah, he's been.
Well, no wonder he's so dadgum good.
Yeah. And once he got to high school, I sort of just stepped back a little bit and just let him be himself. And then he's turned into what he is today. So.
How much of your career does he remember at all?
That I never even asked him. So he was very young.
Very young.
Yeah, when I was playing. Like I said, around 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how much he remembers, but as he got older, he was able to go back and just watch, some of the film and some of the highlights, and he can just, he see how the work ethic played off, over time.
Do you tell him that's how it's done, kid?
Exactly. Well, he understands it now. Like I said, I don't even need to speak it in anymore. So now he knows that the hard work's going to pay off, and this is what everyone has ever told him about me. So now that he knows what it takes, just a little bit more effort, good things will happen.
Was Junior in Canton when you went in the Hall?
Yes.
He was. Mm-hmm. I need to ask him this season about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was there.
Special time for you?
Yeah, it was a special time. It was one of those things, when you play your entire career, and then at the, when I wouldn't say the doors closed, but at the end of, a decent career, you get to go to Canton and, say thanks to everyone, and your kids are there to watch you, get inducted. So it was a special moment in time.
Do you ever tell him, if I'd only been 6'3½"? I mean, you accomplished this feat. I mean, come on. Now, you're not that much taller than I. So how did you do it?
I think the tenacity and the work ethic and the competitiveness is more than anything. No matter how big or tall or small you are, it's just that how you're going to, master your craft. So as a route runner, blocking or whatever it was in practice, I think that's how I got to where I was. So it wasn't about the size. It was just about how hard you're going to, take your craft seriously.
He made some phenomenal catches last year. How good is your son?
He's very good. And me, Dad, I can't say how great. I can't tell a kid how great.
You can't brag on it?
Even myself. I'm never going to say how great I am.
No,
I got to tell him it was a good job. Great game. But if the game is on Saturday, Sunday evening, let's just forget about what happened last week. What are you going to do next week? So that's his motto. He knows that. And he understands that. So some guys will take one game and think they're All-American all year long. In any sport, you have a great game, 40 points in basketball. You think you're the man.
Yep.
That was last week, kid. Now we're going to focus on you. See if you can get 40 more this week. So same thing in football. You just can't, harp on just one game and think you're great. You got to do it consistently, week in and week out.
Do you see yourself in him? Oh, I used to do that. He got that from me. Just a little thing.
No.
Not at all.
So the one thing that I was telling, I forget who it was. I don't know. Somebody was like, "Your son doesn't act like you." I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're a little more quiet, or you just hand the ball back to the ref. I said, well, when you're a Buckeye, I'm learning now. Buckeyes have swagger, so now these guys, when they score a touchdown, they just all over the place, but they're having fun. So that's where the little difference. And as long as I think they're having a lot more fun playing the game, and being a part of the Buckeye family, I think it's a little different.
It's too bad Cuse isn't going to play the Bucks.
Oh, thank God.
Because
we don't want that.
Would that be tough for you?
No, it wouldn't be tough. It wouldn't be a good game. That's all. So it's a good thing that they're not.
What is Marvin's ceiling?
The ceiling, I don't know, but I know we did talk at the end of the season, and we discussed what we can do better for next year, what you can improve on, and the things that I'm going to look forward to as a former coach and a parent, and how I see you can get better. So we have our little 3 or 4 things that we want to improve on from last year that's going to help him this year. So you always got to look for something to improve on in any sport, anything you do, whether it's television or whatever it is. Look for something that you can improve on.
Well, I could be prettier, but that's not going to change
Yeah, that ain't
much.
gonna happen. No, it's not gonna happen. No.
Kyle McCord now could be the quarterback. They played together. 3 state titles in Philly.
Yes.
When they sat together last night, are they starting to just return to that time, that sync, that vibe that they have between each other, or is that going to take some time?
No, I think they're always going to have a vibe. It's just that, when you're playing high school ball and state titles is one thing, but playing in the college level is another. Kyle, he has the work ethic also. I can say that because I've been around him for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
Very intelligent kid. He's looking forward to competing, and I think the sky's going to be the limit for him. And people haven't seen him play, full season yet, but I think when he does, it's going to be, a good thing.
He's following a high first rounder. But when you come here, you accept the pressure, do you not? Has Marvin verbalized that?
Yeah, well, one of the reasons why Marvin came here to Ohio State is that when we were choosing schools, it was like, to me, I said, you got to go where the competition is. And over the last few years, Ohio State was known for having great defensive backs. And if you want to bring out the best in you as a receiver, go to Ohio State and go against those guys week in and week out, and that's going to make you, a better player. So that's what we're looking forward to, competition coming here.
Besides number 18, who would be your favorite Buckeye? Have you observed enough Ohio State football the last couple of years?
I have quite a few.
Okay.
But the one guy
I got time.
My one guy that no one would ever think about.
Really?
I like the nickname. Let me start with the nickname. Two Thumbs. What's his name? Tommy Two Thumbs?
Tommy
Whatever they get
the
his
golfer?
guy. No, the guy that broke his thumbs.
Oh.
Eckenberg.
Tommy Eichenberg.
Eichenberg. Yeah, I just like his nickname. But the receiver, I'm a receiver guy.
Yeah.
I love the receivers.
Yeah.
Emeka, Julian, Jaden, all those guys. I'm just happy to be a part of those. To watch those guys develop, because I saw when they came in here as rookies, dating back to Garrett Wilson.
Sure.
When he came in as a freshman, he was one of the first guys I talked to when I got here.
Yeah.
He was just so humble. And to watch Garrett, and to watch Chris, and those guys develop as to great receivers. I don't have a pick, but I just like to watch that whole entire receiver room to just develop. So I look forward to seeing those guys play.
All right, so if I'm passing out kudos here for your son's development, how much do you get, and how much does the new offensive coordinator, Brian Hartline, get?
Well, he gets a lot.
He does.
I won't even say it's 50-50. Hartline, once he got here and I knew Hartline was in charge, and Coach Day, like I said, I'll get to that story in a minute. I was just happy that that Coach Hartline was here, and I was like, I took a deep breath. I was like, good. I'm happy he's with the guy that's played the game, that knows the game, who wants to win, who's a former Buckeye, and he's going to just be give you everything he's got to help this program or organization win. So I was happy that he came here to be under Coach Hartline.
All right, Eichenberg is your guy.
No, I like Tommy Two Thumbs. I just like the nickname.
Tommy Two Thumbs. Well, now that he's
the
busted
receivers are my guy. I can't have one. That receiver room is my deal.
Mickey Marotti told me that Jaden Ballard's the fastest guy on the team. What do you hear?
I don't know. I didn't get that far into it. So he may be or maybe not.
You think he's quicker than Marvin?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
So when did Ryan Day impress upon you this is the place for your son?
When Marvin was a freshman in high school, Coach Day came to at the end of the year. Coach Day came to high school. He gave me a call. Hey, this is Coach Day. And I was like, damn, I don't know Coach Day. I didn't know where he was at the time. He's like, Coach Day from Ohio State. I was like, oh, hey, Coach, how you doing? And prior to him recruiting my son, he was the first coach to ever offer him a scholarship, to ever come and see him, ever hand out a business card. And I just remember saying, he's one of the guys who's a family man, who has a great passion for competition. I was like, damn, I remember that name because he coached in Philadelphia at some point in time. So I just remember the name, and when I asked about him, people they just say he's just a great man and a great guy. So that was as a freshman year. So going into the junior year, I already had a idea where we want to be at. And then when Coach Day became the head coach, I was like, this is simple, but I'll let my kid finish off the recruiting process. But at the end of the day, I know he's going to a team with a great leader.
It's a great place, but first offer means a lot, I've learned over the years in recruiting. If you're the first school that identifies me as worthy of playing Power 5 football, especially at a place that's nothing but legends over there, that had, like you said, that impressed him, I'm sure, to some extent.
No, it was just the Coach Day himself. I mean,
okay.
The first offer is one thing, but like I said, I've heard so much about Coach Day, and at that time, he was the quarterbacks coach when he came to school to recruit.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, he became the head coach. I was like, oh, that's good, And then him being an offensive coordinator at the time, I was like, this works well, because when you have a head coach or offensive coordinator who has a knack for that game, and when I watch the games, I'm like, damn, he has a professional aura about him when he calling plays, and that I can notice. I'm like, damn, he knows what he's doing. So I've always seen that in Coach Day. So I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Was he nervous when he met you?
No.
He was cool?
No, he was always cool. Always cool. Even to this day, when I'm around the facility, he's like, yo, come on over. And
tells you he belongs.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Just never had problems, and anything you need, he's always there. And even after
the moment's not too big.
Yeah, never. He's just just great to be a part of it with him.
Okay, before you go, you probably have to give us a little season prediction here on the Buckeyes. Starting over a little bit with Kyle McCord, but a lot of playmakers. Defense is going to be, we'll see. Got to tune up some things. Got to get some DBs who can lock down. What do you think, sir?
I don't have a complete opinion. Like, I'm a guy that I'm going to go to the spring practices. I'll probably, out of 15, I'll probably be at maybe 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have a prediction. I mean, the team's going to be good. It's just how good you're going to be.
Right.
And then when you have, I'm an offensive guy with the running back room and the receiver room, even the tight ends, and you got two good quarterbacks. When you can get the chance to compete against the defense, you're only going to make them better, and vice versa. So when those guys compete against one another, I think that's what's going to determine how good we're going to be. It'll be a spring, and then when the fall practice and summer practice start, is how good these guys are going to compete against one another to get ready for the season. So I'm looking forward to the competition.
All right, so here's the big question. This is going to let me know how much you love Ohio State. How do you feel about the team up north?
Well,
you're on the spot here.
As you know, my former quarterback as a rookie was Harbaugh.
I know.
And he has a temper, and he's a rah-rah guy. But I don't know. It's just I don't have a
tough call.
It's a tough call. You
are gonna wear scarlet to the game.
I'm always neutral.
Neutral.
That's just me. Even if the Colts, I'm just going to be.
You're not talking to Jim, are you?
No, I haven't talked to Jim. No, I don't talk to Jim. But I'm just looking forward to it. It's always a good rivalry in college football, one of the biggest around. So just looking forward to it. But don't want to look too far ahead. Like I said, each and every week, got to get better than the week before and get ready for the games down the end.
Marvin Harrison Sr., anything you want to add, sir?
Nope, that's it.
You sure?
I'm sure. Trust me, yes. It took a while to get here, but I'm here now.
That was a long interview for you.
Yeah, it was, but it's fine.
Did I miss anything?
No.
You sure?
Nope.
Okay.